What I am grateful for about grief is that it makes you so vulnerable that you have, at least all I can say for me, is that I have no other choice but to go within, to go inside of my heart, to be in touch with what is happening in my heart, to be vulnerable, to be soft as fuck, to surrender to the oneness of my spirit, the spirit of my ancestor, my loving, wise, and well ancestor, my mother, Teresa, and the wisdom that's coming from her, the oneness that's coming from the Creator, the oneness that is connecting me, my mom, spirit, and everyone and everything in the universe. To do that with faith and trust, surrendering to the oneness with faith and trust. The S is surrender, the O is the oneness, the F is the faith, the T is the trust. The trust is in divine order, that everything is working for my highest and greatest good. Even on the days when death, grief, and loss, grief, and death, grief, loss, and death, whatever combination it is, when it's hard, like earlier today, it was hard. It ain't easy. I'm thriving mindfully by choice, by intention, because it's making me face me in my heart, the light, the dark, the in-between. Thank you, grief. Thank you, loss. Thank you, death. What are you seeking to teach and tell me in this next breath, in this next moment, in this next step that I take? Yeah, those are just some thoughts that have been bubbling up since I left the chiropractor this morning. Yeah, this journey is really a masterclass in surrender. It's like no other. And it's why I am committed to taking great care of myself. My grief self-care toolkit is essential. The lessons I'm learning, all of it. And so with that, in a few days, I am finally going to release the Dig This, Thriving Mindfully with Death, Loss, and Grief retreat series. Why? Because I need community, and I want to share because I'm being called to share. I want to answer that call on my life, and I want to invite anyone in who is experiencing or has experienced death, loss, or grief. Death causes the loss. The grief comes as a result of the loss. It's the emotional response to loss. That's what grief is for me. And so much more. So much more. So much more. So stay tuned and share with me in the comments wherever you find this video where you are in your journey. If you're dealing with death, loss, or grief, not necessarily the loss of a loved one, a parent, a mother. Maybe it's the loss of an identity. Maybe it's the loss of transitioning from one decade to the next, or maybe it's the loss of a friendship, a relationship. Maybe it's the loss of something from your health. Maybe it's the loss of expectations on how you thought your life was going to be. Whatever you are dealing with, if it's fallen into one of these three categories, death, loss, or grief, share in the comment section. Look for more videos in the coming days and a bigger announcement as we move into this wonderful winter season, which is perfect for grief, loss, and death, or death, loss, and grief, or grief, loss, and death, whatever way you're looking at it. Take care. Bye.